Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. Okay. How's my speaker today? How's my mic today? How's it? How is it? Is it scratchy? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if it's scratchy, if it's messing up, if it's jumping. Let me know. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Gotta say a little ghetto. Okay. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Okay. Let's get into the foolery this morning. Okay. The title of this nonsense is Corey Holcomb Never Miss. Why Corey never miss? I don't know what's going on. Corey Holcomb never miss. This brother reads the room very well. Do you hear me? This brother reads the room very well. Okay? He reads it, honey. Oh my God. Mm-mm. He reads it. Okay? Now, Corey Holcomb never misses Dr. Cheyenna Bryant. hmm True colors, okay, comes to the forefront. That's nasty. Let me say it one more time. That's nasty. Corey Holcomb never miss. Mm. Dr. Cheyenna Bryant, True Colors, comes to the forefront. That's nasty. That's nasty. Cause y'all bet y'all just thought when she came out here and she did what's his name again? What's his name again? Mm, mm, mm. What's his name? I forgot his name. I always mess up his name. Well, when she first started off with, let me see, who did she see first? Was it Nick Cannon or was it I forgot his name. I'm trying to remember his name. Okay, anyway, it'll come to me. Steven, how are you? Michael, how you doing? Wallace, I see you, baby. I am not. I never know. I never notified. What's wrong with YouTube? Oh, I don't know, baby. You know what you do? Unsubscribe and then subscribe back again, and then hit the subscribe button. You know where the bell is. Hit that bell till you get all the notifications. What's the brother name? Hi, Blue. How are you? What's the brother name that wear that funny hat? What's his name, y'all? I always forget his name. hmm And she came on his show and she disgraced him. Y'all, Cam Newton. She came on his show and she disgraced Cam. And Cam was trying to give her, trying to give her some space, trying to give her, a platform to talk. And he ain't know she was going to dog walk him like that. Okay? Now, I want to share something with y'all. Okay? Check this out. This is not an advertisement, but because I got it at the farmer's market over here in Jersey, I got to shout this brother out. So I was going over to the restroom, right? Okay. And there's a lot of black entrepreneurs that is at the market. Okay. So as me going to the market, he says, sis, I got that shea butter for you. Okay. And I looked at him. I said, what make you think I like shea butter? That's what he said. He said, now come on now, you dark chocolate. Don't get out of here and act all indignant. I started laughing. I said, what kind of shea butter you got? So he gives me this. Okay. Not gives me, but he told me $5. Okay. So he sold it for me for $5, but this should go for more than $5. This should be like 20 something dollars. But he gave it to me for 5. Okay. And it's Lorray. Lorray is the name he put on this cream. Y'all, baby, my God, listen. This cream smell good, honey. Okay? This cream smell good. I'm trying to see which one it is. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what the name. It doesn't even have. It just has an almond oil, coconut. Oh, that's nasty. almond oil and coconut, but it smelled like a heavenly, like a lavender smell. Okay, okay, it smells like a lavender. It smells good. It smells good. Okay. Walker, how are you? How you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming to rock with me. I appreciate you. Uh-huh. Hold on for 1 minute. I gotta block somebody real quick. Okay, there we go. So now the cream was amazing. The brother sold it. And I'll tell you, I kid you not, I was surprised at the price because usually I would pay like 20 something dollars for this right here. So I didn't bargain the price. I didn't bargain the price or none of that stuff. I did not bargain the price or anything. Okay, I did not. Oh, okay. Thank you, my dear. I see him too. I got you. I see him too. I got a lot of trolls today, and I just started. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's gone. Thank you, honey. So this brother sold all types of oils, black soap, all this stuff like that. And one thing about me, when I go to the farmers market, right, I like to buy. Now, don't get me wrong. I buy from everybody. I buy from Hispanics as well, but I like to buy from us. Okay, so when I go, I don't bargain the price because we have a business ourselves. So I don't bargain the price. I buy, whatever you charge me, I pay for that. And if it's good, I'm gonna come back. So this brother right here, this brother right here, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. And I gotta shout his product out on my social media. So this brother is in the farmers market in Jersey. Okay. Okay, Columbus Farmers Market. Okay. He's close to the bathroom entrance. He'll be the first one on Sunday. Okay. That first table on Sunday. Once you go to the bathroom, you'll see him setting up. Him and his wife setting up. Shout out to that brother, Lou Ray. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Now that's not a commercial. It's just if you go to the farmers market, if you go to the farmers market, okay. I'm not pushing anybody products because I don't want you to get out here and act crazy. um, if you go to the farmers market and you're going to the restroom, particularly just the restroom from outside, okay, and you walking into the building, you will see this brother table right there. Him and his wife is together, and he got oils and cream and everything in black soap. All right. Walker, don't start trouble with me. Don't start no trouble with me, Walker. I see you already this morning. So we gonna get into the foolery. Okay, we're gonna get into the foolery. Okay, now y'all see how bright my face is. I use that shea butter. Look how bright that is. Okay, that's not Vaseline. Okay, that's shea butter. Okay, so now let's get into the foolery. Okay, so why Corey? I listen. Corey is a problem. Corey is a problem. Anybody think Corey is a problem? Put a one in the chat. Corey Holcomb is a problem, okay, for these people who be coming on YouTube, okay? This man is a whole problem for these people that be coming in here on YouTube. That man is a whole problem. Put a one in the chat. Yes, he's a problem. Okay, Steven said one. Okay. Yes, baby, a big one. That's right. He's a problem in these YouTube streets. These YouTubian streets. Okay, like Dr. Umar be saying. Okay. Corey is me. LOL. I'm tired of you, Walker. I'm tired of you. Okay. So we gonna get in here. We gonna discuss it. But River is gonna get in here. She gonna break it down. Shout out to River. I took this content from her this morning, using it on a platform, and also always shouting the River out as well. I will share this link with y'all, but most of y'all probably follow her, so you already seen this dissection that she did of Dr. Cheyenne. So let's get into the foolery, okay? Let's get into the nonsense. Here we go.
Let me see yours. Give me.
Really?
Michael B. Offset came in my DMs.
Are you embarrassed about
We're talking. He's not my man.
Don't get me wrong, y'all. I like Dr. Cheyenne, but there's some things about her that I am not a fan of. And this right here is one of them.
Why would you call her a doctor, brother?
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. So recently, Dr. Cheyenna Bryant ended up doing an interview with Jason Lee.
You're single. Well,
I'm single.
Michael Jordan. Michael B. Jordan.
Let me see yours. Give me.
So I'm going to stop right there because the part when she says that I'm single, okay? So she's not, allegedly, okay? They say she on the same team, allegedly, okay? She repping for the rainbow community, allegedly, okay? So I guess you could say I don't have a man, right? Okay? So if you doing a thing with the rainbow community, I guess you could say, I don't have a man, okay? So let's continue. Here we go.
Really?
Michael B.
Why double smash?
You can slide my DMs if you want to.
There was so much stuff that happened in that interview that I definitely wanted to talk about. But if you are unaware of who she is actually known for going viral with her Cam Newton interview, in which she, basically, checked him for, chronically creating broken homes with different women.
You're not taking your time.
I am though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active.
Now, of course, I said this before and I'll say it again. Her sentiments on, the idea of a man being in a relationship with a woman and then procreating, creating all these kids, going to another woman and doing the same thing. I agreed with her sentiments about what she was saying about that in that regard.
I agree.
And how it generally does, affect the children in the long run.
Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there.
However, something that really stood out to me, it was actually 2 things, was the first thing was that I felt like, she had gone viral through this interview and was kind of giving fuel or ammunition to the boss chicks. We don't need no man. A man can't tell us nothing. We're going to put a man in his place kind of women, based off of the fact that she was having this conversation with him and exposing these natures about him in a way of like, I'm above you. I know more than you because of my degree. And I'm going to tell you how it's supposed to be. And I wish.
But black women always act like that when they have a degree. Okay, they even dog walk their sisters. Okay, when they have a degree, they dog walk, and mind you, they may not know, they may not know anything when it comes to being streetwise. They may not know anything when it comes to having common sense, because sometimes even these ones that are book smart, they don't have common sense. They will still end up where the sister who is doing foolishness and she's living that hot girl summer foolery, they still end up there. So even though she's out here talking about, I got this degree, I got that degree, I'm living like this. Good morning, Malik. How are you? That I'm living like this and I don't need no man. But at the end of the day, you still land where the hot girl summer is. That's a problem. Okay? Hey, Renee, how are you, honey? That's a problem. That is a problem. Let's continue.
As black men or men would stop doing this kind of stuff.
And it's a huge dysfunction within our black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health wise, and community wise, that black men would stop.
Black men will what?
Stop doing that they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing.
Do you run a company like one of them?
And I like how she said, I wish black men would stop, stop compartmentalizing. I guess that's what she said. I'm trying to say it, okay? I like how she said that, but I'm going to share something with you. Men are, how can I say this? Men cannot just go out in the street and just, grab JJ. Okay? Hey, Tracy, how are you, baby? Long time no see. Men just can't go out in the street and grab JJ. They can't. Okay? You have to freely give it to them. Okay? You have to freely give it to them. And so, if you don't freely give it to him, how he making babies? So we are the issue. I know people don't want to land there. They'll get in here and say, nah, it ain't women's fault. It's men's fault because they go up and, get up in you and they don't use protection. But this is the problem. You allow it. That's the whole problem, when you allow it. When you allow it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's your biggest problem, when you allow it. A man gonna only do as much as you allow him to do. He only can do as much as you allow him to do. But we still get in here and be like, no, it's his fault. It's his fault.
So that women have been so desperate to, have somebody who is replacing the likes of a Kevin Samuels, that once they feel like somebody is in a space and checking men again, just like because of the fact that Kevin Samuels was actually checking women.
If you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men.
The next thing that got to me was that there was a lot of conversation between, Dr. Bryant and Cam Newton. And in that conversation was about, exuding low functioning behavior, high functioning behavior.
Most people who are low functioning are exactly who they are. Exactly who they are. Doesn't make it bad for being who they are. Exactly who they are. That's their pain, their trauma. They're going to flee, they're going to scream, they're going to hit, they're going to do whatever comes up.
And she also was talking about the fact that she, is no longer low functioning. She's now high functioning. And it doesn't mean that she doesn't have certain feelings, but she does not act upon those feelings because of where she is.
High functioning only means, Cam, that I feel what I'm saying.
And that's the thing. We be taking some words and we would, oh my God. So the YouTubians, okay, when you hear women get in here and say, I'm high functioning, I'm not low functioning, and then you still see them do the same shit that they did before, you look at them twice, okay? You look at them twice, okay? So that's just like Take Heed getting out here talking about, don't be out here hoeing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here hoeing, but I'm out here hoeing, okay? Don't be out here hoeing. Don't be doing this, but I'm out here doing this and hoeing and everything. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's why I always say you got to at least, you know what I'm saying? You got to at least learn the lesson before you teach. At least learn the lesson. At least get through the trauma before you teach. Hey, Mimi. Malik is not playing today. I done seen Malik done block too many people. I don't know what's going on. What happened? Oh, okay. I see why you blocked it. Okay. So, thank you, Malik. I appreciate you, sir. So this is anyway, let's get back into the foolery. Here we go.
I still feel, see my language, I'm ready to go there. I'm flamed, I'm triggered. It's all there, right? But it's still dormant. It's still in me. And high functioning means I can regulate those emotions.
Ironically, around the same time that, the interview with Dr. Cheyenna Bryant went viral, there was clips that came up of her being on the TV show Basketball Wives. And in my opinion, the only thing that she was exuding at that time was low functioning behavior. So again, immediately I noticed this contradiction But, something that ended up happening was that comedian Corey Holcomb ended up actually going on to Cam Newton. And when he did speak about a lot of things in regards to Dr. Cheyenna Bryant,
Corey is a
a lot of people sometimes, when he says things, it gets lost in the sauce because he's a comedian or he's funny or whatever the case is. But there was a lot of truth to the things that he said. He did talk about the way in which she was kind of like maneuvering around the conversation when Cam Newton was asking about 50 Cent.
You mentioned Curtis Jackson. And I'm like, is he a high value man or a high functioning man?
I'm not going to talk about where 50 is and what he's doing.
I'm going to.
50 is an amazing
high functioning man.
He's extremely high functioning, especially when it comes to business.
Corey Holcomb said, the only reason why he felt that she acted a certain way was because there was, quote unquote, opportunity possibly still there.
When you hit her with that 50 Cent and she was stuck, it was classic, but that's not promoting. She praised 50 Cent because there's opportunity maybe there for her.
Not too long after that, after he said this, she was basically saying that she was ready to be in a relationship, and then she had posted this clip saying that she's ready, to settle down and find a man.
For babies and a husband. Well, they not. Clearly. They all Vegas.
And they got the helmets on.
Right.
When they have a baby, I need the helmet off.
I'll crack it up.
And then somebody.
And I want to share something with y'all. We have to get out of the mindset of thinking that whatever age I can get married. You see a few women, okay, that, all of a sudden on social media, they're getting married. They're like, okay, when, what's the gospel singer name? I forgot her name, but she got married at 72. So everybody was excited. Oh, God did it. God did it. Y'all gonna stop blaming God. Y'all gonna stop blaming God, okay? Because nobody will tell me that she wasn't messing with that man for a long time, okay? And somebody had caught her, okay? And probably wanted to expose her for sleeping with this man for God knows how long, okay? And so now she got married, okay? All those sons she got running around, and she got like 5 sons. She was married before, they said. Okay, but then she 72 getting married again. Baby, what are you doing? Okay, what kind of back shots can you take at 72? What kind of pretzel shape you can be in at 72? I just want to know. I just want to know. Okay, Ricky, how are you? Good morning. The truth usually sounds messed up, but that's because you don't like it. So this is the thing. She getting up there, and she's and our sisters believe it. So when they get in here and they be like 40 something, 50 something, they believe that someone is coming to marry them. And so on a rare occasion, okay, you will see stuff like this, and they believe that this can happen for anybody. They believe this can happen for anybody. Let me share something with you. A man that is 40-something years old, he doesn't want a woman that is 40-something, 50. He doesn't. Want to know why? She's never going to be obedient to him. She's never going to listen to him. She going to tell him, I got this, I got that, I got this. I'm the same age as you. You can't tell me what to do. A man that is in his 40s or 50s, he need a woman that's younger. Why is Take Heed saying that? I ain't saying rob the cradle, but he need a woman that's younger so that he can teach. That's nasty, right? I know you're gonna like this bitch. Yes. A man needs a woman that is younger. Like if me and my king, right, when we met, I'm 7 years younger than him. Okay? 7 years younger than him. If we met and we were the same age at the time, he wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. He wouldn't have been able to tell me nothing. She, not one word. Okay? At times when we argue, he tell me, baby, go sit down. Go sit down. You know you're a baby. Go sit down. I don't have time today. Okay? I don't have no time today. Okay? He quickly remind me. Okay? You know you only 7 years. You know you 7 years younger than me, right? You better go sit down. He'll tell me, you are not my mate. Okay? You not my mate. Because in Nigeria, when someone is younger, they'll say, you're not my mate. Okay? So, this is why I'm telling you. It's hard for y'all sisters to get married. And only a few women come up here and they tell the truth. Okay? Only a few women come up here and tell the truth. That it's hard for them to find a man in their 40s and 50s. Because if you didn't make those steps when you were young to start changing, it's going to be hard for you to find a man of substance. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. 72 years old. And so now all the Christian women done wild out over Dottie Peoples. That's who it was. Dottie People. So all the Christian women had fell out over Dottie People. And because she got married at 72. So you had all these women talking about God did it. God did it. They was all saying it all over social media. God did it. God ain't do that. God ain't do that. Now, and I don't mean to kick her back in, but God ain't do that. Okay, we gonna say alleged. You was messing with that man. Ain't nobody just gonna jump up and marry somebody like that. Okay, nobody will do that. You've been messing with that man. Okay, and now you decided to marry him. I said what I said. You get offended, that's your business. Okay. Now, Ricky said at 50, you were supposed to be settled in already. It's a really bad look. Now, listen, you ain't lying. Now, I got something we going to dissect about that, too. Because I want us to talk about Kendra G. There was a woman who came to Kendra G's show, okay? And she's 54, never been married and no children. And she worked in security. Okay, it's something about security when black women do security, and I'm gonna share something with you. I would have been a statistic. Take heed would have been a statistic. Do you hear me? It's something about black women and security. Take heed would have been a statistic. Okay, I'm telling you. But let's continue with Dr. Cheyenna Bryant. Okay, and how Corey exposed her. Okay, here we go.
Commented under that post and put at 50 Cent, she's ready or something like that. And, then she was like, call him out. Now, this again is a major contradiction to what she was stating on the platform. Cam Newton was saying to her that, would she be with anybody that has children? She was very adamant, like that's her non-negotiable. She would never compromise that. She never wants to be, in a relationship with a man who has children.
Okay, so the guy that you were entertaining, you would go as low as 26.
That I would entertain?
Yes.
Okay.
And as high as what age?
Whatever man that doesn't have kids. My non-negotiable is a person with kids. But yes, I get how you're saying.
And then sure enough, she's saying call him out as if she would be open to dating somebody like 50 Cent, And again, we all are very much aware that he has broken homes.
Of course she'll be open to 50 Cent. 50 got money. Of course. But she don't even know that 50 is not... 50 has learned from spending money. He has learned, okay? In the age that he is right now, 50 is tight with money. He has learned, okay? And he like, nah, I need to make sure I have something to sit on when I get older. And he doing the right thing. He 50 years old and he's still sitting on money. So what are we doing here? That's why she didn't call him out when she had the Cam Newton interview. Because the truth is, she said she would never date anybody who was a baby father, who had children, right? But what is 50? 50 is a baby father. Am I right? Let's continue. Here we go.
He also has baby mamas.
Somehow you told my son to call me and tell me he needs 50 pairs of sneakers.
Where are you and Marquise at right now? How's your relationship with?
I don't have a relationship with him.
All of the behavior, in my opinion, that she's exuding is giving very much doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Okay?
Sorry.
And a lot of people get mad. A lot of women can't stand Corey Holcomb. They get mad at me. Why do you agree with him? I can see eye to eye with you on a lot of things. I don't understand why you agree with him. But when he was, calling out all of these other things that again ended up, the story ended up coming out later on that there was more attached to what he said, and he was actually right about those things.
Yeah, he was
It
right.
again leads to the same thing as doctor. You know?
Why would you call her a doctor, brother? When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where's her colleagues? Where's she a doctor at? Because I've done the research.
And it was what?
I don't see doctor nowhere.
Now, this is just my personal opinion. This is just my own thought process. But, you know, from what I get from her, it's very much motivational speaker.
So let's correct that. Now, she is a so-called Dr. Phoenix, okay? Phoenix gave her that degree, okay? I want to just put that out there, okay? She got it from Phoenix University, okay? So I just want us to clarify that, okay?
And, you know, personality, right? Like Instagram personality, I'll come speak at your event and stuff like that. Not as much doctor. And the reason why I say that is because while she was on the platform on her most recent interview with Jason Lee, you know, she ended up mentioning the fact that rapper Offset, who we all know was married to rapper Cardi B, and the two of them are now separated, probably going through divorce filings and all that. You know, she decided to bring up in the conversation with Jason Lee that, you know, rapper Offset actually ended up, you know, sliding into her DMs.
Offset came in my DMs. You see how I put that out there? I knew I was gonna get you. But he slid in my DMs and asked for a session.
To ask for a therapy session. Okay.
And that's why.
And that's the problem right there. Because if you a doctor and somebody call you for help, that's you should not mention that. Okay? You should not mention that this person called you for help. Okay? You ain't supposed to do that. If somebody that is a celebrity call you for help, you should not be on another platform talking about you help them. You can talk in code. You can say there's a celebrity that you know, see that you know he needs some help, and he wants to, you know, he wants to come and talk to me. You could have said it like that and had Jason up there just trying to figure out who it was, okay? But you didn't have to go and say this man's name. This is why a lot of black men are leery to go get help. You know what I'm saying? Like when they going through something. Because y'all dog walk them. Y'all dog walk them. Yes, she did violate privacy. She did. Because when black men decide that they want to go get some help, they have to be careful who they go to. Because y'all, just like that other one who was a therapist and she crashed out on TikTok calling black men all types of names. Why would you do that? So now these people see you on TikTok. You could have just kept dancing like you was doing. These people see you on TikTok and you talking all harsh about black men. Of course you're going to lose people. Of course you're going to get fired. Because the way you're talking about a particular group of men, okay? So of course you're going to get, you know, dog walk. Your job going to let you go. Everybody going to be talking about it. And it got so bad that sister girl do OnlyFans, okay? They done bust this sister down to OnlyFans, okay? Why? Why? None of y'all know how to close your mouth. Somebody call you with something, nobody knows how to close your mouth. I'm just saying, if they calling you and telling you they need help, talk to them. Talk to them. You don't have to let them come out and expose it and say, maybe years from now, they say, yeah, Dr. Cheyenna was helping me and this and that. Y'all just go and just run your mouth because you want people to believe, you know, that you this big person and this and that. It's crazy. Like right now, take heed, you know, I'm going to share something with you. I'm not going to say no names. People have told me stuff in their personal life, and I don't know them. I don't know them like I could physically touch them. Only through YouTube. I've never come up here and blast their business and told anything about them, and they told me stuff in secret. I've never done that. Because you want to know why? I don't want nobody to say, oh, take heed out here telling people business. I'm not. But don't bring it to your channel and then think I'm not going to say nothing. Now, that's crazy. Okay? But if you come and talk to me and it's in private, we going to keep it like that. Now listen, we gonna keep it like that. Because you wanna know why? Because I done told you at the end of the conversation, I'm praying for you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying for you that everything work out. You're a good person. It's gonna work out. So Take Heed is not out here trying to tell people business. Why would you do that? Let's get back to the foolery. Here we go.
Give it up for Offset. Looking for help.
Now, my first, opinion on this situation, my thought process, again, this is just my opinion, is just, why is that news? Why would that be something that would need to be brought up in any sort of a conversation if this man is in the space that he was trying to, speak to you or navigate the situation in his family unit, and he figured, you're out there, you're speaking, you seem like you have certain knowledge on certain things, and so I want to come to you for assistance. Why would that then be something that you bring to an interview and use that to talk about?
So you guys, let me know if I'm overreacting, right? When I saw this interview where Dr. Cheyenne revealed that Offset reached out to her for help, I was like, I felt a certain way, because I'm like, you're supposed to be a therapist, and a therapist is supposed to be a confidant for somebody, right? They're supposed to trust you and be confident in you that you're not going to air out their business. You're not going to tell their business. That's what therapists are for, to create a safe space so they can open up to you. Why are you airing this out on such a platform? Now, how is he supposed to feel confident to come to you for help when you're here telling his business? Like, isn't that what therapists are for? Like, supposed to help the man? Don't get me wrong, y'all. I like Dr. Cheyenne, but there's some things about her that I am not a fan of. And this right here is one of them.
Again, in my personal opinion, it's
because he's a black man. We can dog walk him. Yeah. He's a black man. You can dog walk him, because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? In the melanated community, it's all right. We could dog walk him. He's a black man. Who's gonna say something? It's only a few lionesses that come out and say something against this foolery. So who gonna say something? Who gonna say that this was wrong? Okay? Who gonna say it was wrong? He a black man. We could dog walk him. That's how y'all feel. Okay? Shout out to Ricky Williams. Please, guys, when you get time, like and subscribe to this brother channel. Ricky, if you got time, please put your link in the chat, my brother. Okay? Y'all get over there and like and subscribe to this brother channel. Okay? He preaches the truth. Okay? He'll stir it up in your spirit, honey. He'll give you a whole problem at lunchtime. Okay? Okay? He'll give you a whole problem at lunchtime. Now, the thing is that there is no respect for black men. There's no respect for black men. So when you hear black women like me, and I'm talking about my husband and how much I love my husband and how much I respect my husband, I get dog walked. People dog walk me. Y'all don't know me from a can of paint, but people dog walk me. Hey, Leo, how are you? Martin, I see you. E, how are you? So I get dog walked by a lot of women because, I talk about my husband. Okay? I'm just saying. I get dog walked. When I get in here and I praise my husband, I love to praise my husband. Okay? My husband is a good man. Shit, my husband love me. Oh my God. So, yeah, I'm just saying. Ricky, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Guys, you see that link in the super chat, baby? Y'all hit that link right there, okay? Hit that link, baby. Okay? So this is the thing. Y'all love to see black men get dog walked. That's why ain't nobody coming out saying HIPAA, nobody saying nothing, because y'all like to see black men get dog walked. He asking for help. Now, that was the wrong person that he's supposed to go and ask for help. I wouldn't have, she highly weird famous. I would have went and got a regular, therapist, not her. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to worry about people telling your business, okay? But look at that nonsense. So now if he really wanted to get help, he wouldn't continue with her. Like if she already had one session with her, If he already had one session with her, more than likely he probably canceled that mess. Okay? He probably canceled that mess. Okay? You out here slipping up telling business because you know you want people to think you serious. That's not right. That's not right. Let's continue. Here we go.
Alluding to the fact that, you know, you are not going to have a certain level of secrecy or privacy when people come to you for assistance,
right?
Because all you want to do is use certain names that will maybe light the fire, the fire out there, and so people can understand the caliber of people who are coming to you for assistance, instead of trying to, you know, cover and protect them in that space when they are most vulnerable, when they need help.
But he slid in my DMs and asked for a session.
You know, I'm just going to use this for an example. I know, let's just say, for instance, there was an OBGYN, right? I'm just going to use that random, you know, example. And, you know, she was on social media and she was offering advice to women and stuff like that. And then she started to, you know, go viral and got on different panels and platforms and was offering advice to people on how they can, you know, achieve it based off of her degree and her knowledge or whatever. And then a woman reaches out to her and asks her a certain question, maybe a woman who is famous, and she decides to bring that person up and talk about the fact that that person came to her for assistance. Like, in my opinion, that is just saying, y'all can't trust me.
Y'all can't trust
okay? If your name is big enough, I'm going to mention it. If your name rings enough bells, this is something that I'm going to have to bring up or bring forth in conversation because it's just too good to keep to myself.
And that's her biggest mess up, because she likes to tell everything, and she also likes to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, listen, all of us love to be seen. Okay? No matter what community you come from, we all love to be seen. Okay? But when somebody slide up in your DMs and they not talking about want to lay you down, okay, and they're talking about I need some help, you should not blast that to the world. I'm just saying, okay? He didn't slide up in her DMs to do no nonsense with her, okay, to try to talk her out of her drawers. He slid up in her DMs and said, can I get a session with you? Because I need some help. And so you thought it was okay to go to Jason Lee. I hope I'm saying his name right. Go to Jason and tell all, you know, oh yeah, he slid up in my DMs. Like, that makes sense. That makes sense to you. 18, thank you, baby, for the $2 super chat. For the raggedy hair scarf fund. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Okay. Your $2 will go to good use. Okay. It will go to good use. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. I need some more. Okay. Thank you so much, baby. All right. Yes. Now, before we finish, let's get over to, because we got to continue that because it was so good. We got to continue that. I want us to first shout out the Cash Apps real quick. I mean, Super Chats real quick. Thank you so much to Ricky and also A-Team. A-Team, I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. Both of y'all amazing people. Here we go. Here we go, baby. These kids are too much. Oh my God. Michael, oh God. How the way they just copy his voice like that, that is crazy. Okay. J Sweets. Am I saying it right? I am not good with names. Don't get upset with me, baby. Okay. J Sweets. Okay. I hope I said it right. For the $2 super chat, represent your king. Represent your king did a great job. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was a rough mountain. It was a rough mountain. He, you know, I'm just, you know, I feel bad for him. I do. I do. As I was biting him this morning before work, I feel bad for him. Okay, I tell him have a wonderful day. Don't let nobody steal your joy, because when you come home, we're going to fight. And he said, okay. He said he'd be ready. Okay. So I feel bad for him. Not physically fight. I don't, I can't take my husband down. He's very strong. But I'm saying, fight another way. Okay. All right. Gang, gang. Okay. Scorpio, gang, gang. So now, Lady Navoa, how are you? It's good to see you, my sister. Luxury Picks, I see you as well. We gonna get in here. We gonna do something else. Here we go. Because we got to get in here with 18. 18, thank you, baby, for the $2 super chat. I got something for you, honey. And here we go. I got something for you. Here we go. Here we go.
Walmart's closed down. We wanna go.
Shout out to Walmart.
Me said it.
Yes, honey.
Walmart's closed and we wanna go home. Come up to the checker line, bring up all your items. Walmart's closed and we wanna go home. Come up to the checker lines, bring up all your items. Walmart's closed and we wanna go home.
That's terrible, right? Shout out to that brother. Oh my God. Okay. And then the last one. Okay, I thank you, Jay Sweets. I appreciate you, honey, for the $2 super chat. And my last one, here we go. It always take me so long to get to that last one. Here we go. Wait a minute. Got that pH balance for you, baby. You gotta check that pH balance, baby. Gotta check that pH balance, baby. He trying to tell you that pussy stink. You gotta check that pH balance, baby. Okay, shout out to AI for the culture. Check pH balance, baby. What'd he say? Oh shit, wait a minute. What'd he say? Something is off. Something ain't right, oh shit. Something is in the air tonight. Something smells fishy. What'd he say? And we ain't eating fish. Thinking to myself, what the hell is this? Wait a minute. Sex is good. What'd he say? That pussy good though, baby. Wait a minute, but you need to clean it. You need to get that balance together, baby. The pH balance. Shout out to AI for the culture, baby. Okay? Shout out to AI for the culture. Okay? Oh my God. Now, Walker put in here, me back when I used to work there. Customers loved it. Management, not so much. I understand, sir. Walmart's still my place, okay? I'm not one of those rich YouTubers, okay? Walmart is still my place, okay? I'm not a rich YouTuber, okay? Also, Aldi's is my place. I go to Aldi's. It used to be the 99-cent store. They don't do the 99-cent store. They do the dollar store now, okay? Also, I go to Acme. Acme is my place, okay? And don't let me get in BJ's. Don't let me get in BJ's. Lord, I will lose it. Don't let me get in BJ's once I grab that cart. I'm gone. I done left my husband right in the front. I'm gone with the cart. By the time he find me, I done already spent $300. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Don't let him, don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go by myself. Lord, all he'll get is an alert. That's all he'll get is an alert. If he let me go by myself, he'll just get that alert. Okay? Okay? I don't do Costco's. I've been there one time with my brother. I don't do Costco's, but BJ's, baby. Wait a minute. Okay? So I'm not one of those rich YouTubians. Okay, that get out here talking about I got this, I'm not one of those. Okay, I'm not one of those. Okay, average Joe. Okay, and a hellraiser at times. Okay, yes I am. Now let's continue with the foolery. Let's get back to River. Here we go.
I think that would be something that you would want not to, speak about. That would be something that you would not want to put on the forefront for everybody to be aware of what's going on. I don't see the need for that space or to mention that person's name in conversation. I don't see it. And again, I just think that it adds to the fact that, you are a personality, that you are more of a personality. You're coming forth as a personality again, instead of doctor.
I'm a doctor.
What is that?
I can't. They got a commercial, y'all. I can't. Oh my God. Well, Corey was right again. And you know what? Corey is calling out this stuff back and forth. I don't know what's going on. Corey is right again. Oh my God. 18 said, yes, she didn't have to name the person. She didn't have to name him. She didn't. We didn't have to know. We did not have to know.
As a personality again, instead of doctor.
I'm a doctor.
The next thing that I definitely wanted to talk about was there was a conversation that she had on the same platform about transparency. And this is a conversation that I've seen her have multiple times. She had this conversation on a different podcast, and then she had the same conversation on the Jason Lee interview, in which she talks about the fact that, she has this need for transparency in a relationship. And basically, if she's with a man, he has to give her the passwords to his phones, to all of his devices, just for her own security within the relationship.
Over is me. This man spoils me. He loves me. Wants to marry me. I have passwords to his cell phones, access to his home, keys to his house. What do you mean?
That's toxic, and toxic.
That is my love language. So he's speaking my love language is access, transparency.
Access to my phone, access to my house, access to my password.
I'm going to share something with y'all. I think this is the thing that we miss about men. This is one of the things that we miss about men. And I think we mess it up a lot as women. When you get in here and you're demanding all those things when you first meet this man, this is a problem. I'm going to share something with you. Because men, once you've been dating a man for a long time, okay, just dating, y'all getting to know each other, stuff like that, he freely opens up his life to you. He freely opens up his life to you. You don't have to force it. You don't have to be like, oh, I got to answer your phone. I need the passcodes. I need the passcode to your phone, to your computer. I need the keys to your house. He will freely give it to you. He wants you to have it. He wants you to be able to get in his house and cook for him and lay on the bed. You know what I mean? Okay. So he wants you to be able to do all those things. Okay. So when we get in here, you demand those things from the door. That make a man look like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying something is not right. Okay. Something is not right. And she's telling these younger women to do this. You will miss out on the man who really wants you because all your insecurities and acting crazy. He's gonna listen. If he is a legit man with a king mindset, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. He just gonna freely want to open up his life to you. He is, and he's gonna want you to open up your life to him. Okay, and why is Take saying that? Me and my king, we always in each other, social media, DMs, phone, everything. And it's not that, oh no, I need my phone, I'm snatching my phone from him. No, I don't do that. He doesn't do it to me because we're freely open to each other. You know, you ever watch those videos where they're interviewing a couple, one Caucasian couple, they were married like 20 something years, okay? And they switched phones. The wife was like, she didn't want to switch her phone and this and that. She's like, why you need my phone? She kept going, just like how, African American women was doing. And she was like, what you need my phone for? And he said, no, I just, I'm giving you my phone. Let me get your phone so we can, do the test this young man want us to do. So now the young man looking through her phone and was like, well, who is baby? She's like, oh no, that's just my friend. And then he go to the DMs and see her talking to him, talking about, oh, last night was wonderful. Oh my God, I have never been loved like that before. And the husband was like, what? You know what I'm saying? The husband was like, what? Like just shocked out. And she was like, he's just my friend. He was like, what do you mean he's just your friend? And so the whole interview had went left, y'all. The whole interview had went left. If anybody ever challenged me and my king to one of those things, baby, I'm a pass with fine colors. And then after I'm done, I'm going to say I need some shiny things. Because y'all know I'm quick. I'm quick to tell my husband I need some shiny things. Okay? So now let's continue. Let's go back into it. Here we go.
Love language.
This is foolishness. There's honesty and there's transparency in a relationship, okay? Honesty is I ask you a question and you answer that honestly. Transparency is your forthcoming.
He having your password, you having my password doesn't mean we're looking for something in there. That means that you have full access, transparency to me and me to you.
So as we date and we get to know each other and you're transparent with me, part of the transparency is that you and I both are either texting in front of each other, phone calls are coming through. We are now orbiting together. That's what healthy relationships do.
I'm under the understanding that people believe that just because you articulate yourself in a certain manner, that it means that what you're saying has to be a fact.
Yeah.
Right? And that it means that it has to hold some weight. And I just don't agree with that.
Not that part.
Now, I want to, before I get into what I'm saying about the transparency, I also want to remind you guys again, yes, there are some things that she says I do agree with. Like I said, with the whole Cam Newton interview, some of the things that she said, I did agree with. I completely understood her standpoint on certain things. But I'm also going to tell you guys when I don't agree with something. And I think that a lot of people have a hard time with that. Right? A lot of people have a hard time knowing that you can disagree with somebody on some points and then agree with them on certain things that they say. What do they say? Like, a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, you can agree with certain things and still disagree. I'm not negating some of the things that I agree with, like I said, with the whole broken home things, or, actively getting into relationships and that this woman is not somebody that you actually want to be connected to or want to spend the rest of your life with, purposely procreating with this person, right? Same thing I said about the Dr. Umar situation. I hold women accountable on this platform, so I was in a space of holding women accountable, but I also mentioned the fact that he said he did not see a future with those women, but still decided to procreate with them.
My daughter's mothers felt they should have become my wife purely due to pregnancy. And I told them I would not make a lifelong decision about who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with purely based on pregnancy.
What's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000.
But a lifelong decision also is going to have, relations with a woman that you don't know if she has HIV. We don't have these discussions. Take Heed is not exempt from this as well. Take Heed is not exempt from this as well. Okay? I have done some foolish things in my time too. Okay, so I'm not here to just kick your back in. I have done nonsense too. But when you have done it multiple times and then there's no correction, something is wrong somewhere. You understand? Like my sisters, if you keep running into the same man, okay, maybe different colors, he may be different colors, maybe he in a different type of business, okay? He could be in a different industry. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the same type of man. The behavior is the same. Everything link up the same. You know what that means? And most people don't even want to say it to y'all because y'all get offended. You know what that means? That means something wrong with you. That means something wrong with you. Yeah. That means something wrong with you. I'm just saying. That means something is wrong with you. If you running into, thank you, Stephen. If you running into the same type of man, okay? Every man you've been messing with, you running into the same one. That means something's wrong with you. Let's continue. Here we go.
A lifelong decision about who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with purely based on pregnancy.
So that, you know, he was at fault for that. Again, her and I can agree on that standpoint. But this whole transparency thing, I believe, in my opinion, that this is only coddling women's insecurities within relationships. And that's something that I do not stand for. Okay? If you're doing something that's foolishness because of your own insecurities, maybe you don't need to be in a relationship yet.
No.
Okay? That's just my standpoint. Now, there are couples who are actively in relationships who, you know, the people have each other's passwords and stuff like that.
True.
But I don't believe that stuff happens on demand.
It doesn't.
Right? I don't think that couple got there because of a demand placed on that man. Like, oh, you better have, you know, you better give me your password, or I better give you my password. And if we can't do this, and we're not going to be together in a relationship. I don't believe that's how these things go. I don't think so. And I think that if you have these insecurities based off of your past, of you possibly getting cheated on, or
and she brings that to social media, and so all the women believe that this is okay. Okay? She brings all this to social media. Okay? She brings it all to social media, and she makes women believe that this makes sense. Okay? She have them to believe, oh yeah, he's supposed to give you all this. He want access to your body. He's supposed to give you all this. He's supposed to give you all this. He want access to your body, this and that. He's supposed to give you the password to his phone, password to his bank account, password to his computer, all this nonsense. And I'm going to share something with you. In the midst of your relationship with this man, and he starts seeing that y'all getting more serious, baby, he going to pass off everything. My king, in a few months, my king was passing off everything that he has ever touched to me. Show me. This is what I do. This is what it is. This is how, this is the password. This is my account. All this other stuff. And we were just dating. But since he had already got the blessing and the understanding from Yahweh that I was his wife, he was preparing me. He was preparing me, getting me in line. Do you understand? I'm just saying. It takes times. It takes time. Here we go.
Catching other people doing something they weren't supposed to do, or you in a toxic relationship prior, and you going through his phone or whatever the case is, and finding out something, and now that's an insecurity for you, and you want this person to solidify that for you. I think that means, in my personal opinion, that you still need to do the work.
I need you to be transparent about the fact that we started off in a deficit when it came to trust, and I didn't do to you. Okay,
because you can have the password to the phone. You can have the password to the internet. You can have the password to the email. If a man is going to do something, he gonna find a way to do it. Sure. The only thing that you are offering this man is a space to be more creative. Okay? I'm just gonna keep it real with you. But I do not agree that men should be coddling certain toxic insecurities that women have within relationships. I don't believe so. I believe that for everybody to be the best version of themselves, you have to get over some of that stuff. Okay? And you getting over that is you're going to have to trust me.
You're going to have to.
Regardless of if you have my phone password or not, regardless of if you have my social media password, you're going to have to trust me.
That's true.
I believe men should be standing 10 toes down on what they feel and what they know, and should not be bending to these, in my opinion, different divots of conversations just so that woman can still have control. Because that's what it seems like to me.
Overs me. This man spoils me. He loves me. He wants to marry me. I have passwords to his cell phones, access to his home, keys to his house. What do you mean?
That's toxic, and toxic.
Coddling a woman's insecurities by her saying like, oh, I just want transparency, and I just want you to be able to do this, and I just feel like I need access, and because it just means a lot to me if you do this. That is just a beautiful way of saying I have control issues. I want to make sure that I have set control. I want to be all up in through this whenever I feel like, so I can double check if you're doing something, even if you've given me no reason to feel or believe that you are. I don't stand by that. I don't agree with it. Okay, what happens to the two of you just building?
Why be with somebody that you can't trust anyway? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can't trust this man, and every time you turn around, you like, you know, you checking everything, that's a problem. That's a problem. Why be with him? If you don't trust him, why be with him? That is a problem. That doesn't make sense at all. Let's continue.
Trust.
I think you ought to be transparent about the fact that you went through my phone and didn't find it. Amen. I think you ought to be transparent about them last few years that still be calling you. You may not entertain them, but they still be calling your phone. I need you to be transparent about why you don't trust.
That reminds me of, you know, the conversation that LL Cool J's wife said, where she's like, you know what? I was in a relationship with him going off because, you know, he got to go on tour and stuff like that. And I had to realize, like, I'm going to let him be. I'm going to let him show me that he is standing 10 toes down in this relationship with me. I'm going to give him that space. I'm not going to go with him everywhere he go on tour. I'm not going to sit everywhere and watch him like I'm his mother. I'm not going to do that because he's a grown man. He makes his own decisions. It's going to be his choice what he wants to do. He should know if he wants to be with me or not. That's it.
I didn't feel the need to have to be every place with Todd. I didn't feel like I needed to travel with him everywhere to keep my eye on him and all of that stuff because I was very confident in our relationship and in our marriage. And at the end of the day, if somebody gonna fool around, they're gonna fool around, right?
I believe, again, my opinion, that this whole
now that was LL Cool J wife, because you know LL Cool J is a sex symbol. She said at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want to do. At the end of the day. So instead of me trying to chase my husband around everywhere, going to every state, this and that, going across the world, it don't make sense. Because at the end of the day, he gonna do whatever he want to do, and that's the gospel truth. See, you asking this man to do all these things, you want the password to everything. If the man is going to cheat, I'm gonna share something with you. He'll just get better at it, doing something else, and you won't know about it. He'll just be able to dot his I's and cross his T's, and you won't know nothing about it. So this is the uncomfortable truth. If he wants to be open, he's going to be open. Just receive the openness. Just receive the openness. That's all. I never said that in marriage nothing happens. But just receive the openness. If he's going to be open, receive it. Everybody marriage ain't perfect. I don't care what anybody say. Okay? I don't care what anybody say. Sun Kiss, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate you, baby. Shalom. I hope I said that correctly. Thank you so much. Let's continue. Let's continue that out. Here we go.
Thing, and all these women talk about, oh, that's good. Girl, I'm going to use that as a form of control. Okay? Again, we should not be coddling this insecurity that you have. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. You need to do the work. You need to trust that that's what it is and that's what it's not. Because when women have unhealed insecurities and they enter into these relationships, what even don't look like it's something going to look like it's something to you.
Right.
Okay, he could be texting a coworker and she could say, "Oh, great job today. Really loved how you said that joke. Whatever. Can't wait till tomorrow so we can finish what we were doing." Right? I just made that up. Okay, I just made that up out of thin air.
I just made it up.
And that same woman could have been talking about how great he was in the presentation, how great he handled it, and how they can't wait till the next presentation. But you're gonna create something. Now you can't go to the work party. Because you don't cause, you don't have all this unnecessary beef, this uncomfortable space between him and his coworker that don't want him.
Right.
It's crazy. And again, it's something I do not agree with. I don't agree with that.
You're single. Well,
I'm single. You knew because I've been single 6 years.
Being that Dr. Bryant has said that she has been single for such a long time, she also made it very clear that this is going to be the first time that she's utilizing any.
And this is what irked my nerves. So when you say I'm single, because allegedly she up here doing, okay. So when you say you single, are you saying it because you're not with a man? Because they said allegedly she with the rainbow community. So when you say single, she's been single for 6 years, and then you're giving advice to who? You're giving advice to who? Okay? That's why when Take Heed get in here, I always talk about marriage, because why? Take Heed is married. That's why I always talk about marriage. That's why I always tell y'all, Daniel, how are you, baby? I hope I said hello to you. I'm sorry if I didn't. That's why I always get in here and say, marriage. People get in here and be like, Take Heed, you don't never say nothing about dating, because I'm married. I'm not dating. So I tell women that when you're married, love to always stay in servitude, okay? And also another thing, fuck your husband on a regular, okay? That's one thing listen. That's one thing. You will never hear Take Heed get in here and be like, oh, put him on ice. No. Even when you're upset, even when he makes you mad, continue to do your wifely duties. Continue to screw this man on a regular. And I tell you all the time as well, don't do that schedule bullshit that we learned from back in the day from our mama and grandma. This is stupid shit. Okay, when you mad with him, I'm gonna put him on ice. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Don't do that. Continue to cook, continue to clean, continue to love him. Okay? Even when you mad, just get down there, let's have a conversation. But don't turn off your duties. Because why is Take Heed saying that? Why Take Heed saying that? Because he cannot turn off his duties. He can't. He can't turn off, he don't want to pay the mortgage. He don't want to pay the light. He don't want to pay the gas. He don't want to get the car fixed. He don't want to do the lawn. He don't want to take out the garbage. He don't want to take out the recycling. He cannot turn off his duties. So you don't turn off yours. Okay? All right? If the way you think you want to punish him, get up there and ride him cowgirl. Do you hear me? Get up there and ride him cowgirl till you can't take it no more. And then let him turn you around and give you some back shots. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not that old school telling you, oh no, just put him on ice. You're going to have a cleanup woman in your house. You're going to have a cleanup woman in your house. Don't do that. The days of old where they told y'all that nonsense, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It does not work. All it does is cause more confusion. Okay? Now, this is for a man with a king mindset. We are not talking about Pookie and Ray Ray and all that other foolery. We're not talking about that. You should not be married to Pookie and Ray Ray. If he didn't grow into his kingship, okay? The kingship, now mind you, he's a king from birth. But if he didn't grow into the kingship mindset, you got to let him be. You got to let him be. Just let him stay right there. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. Steven, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Can you play my song? Yes, I will. I will play it. Let me finish it out with River first. Okay? Thank you. Here we go.
That she's preaching to other women.
I'm in my choosing stage, and I'm really looking forward to staying. But it will be my first time utilizing a lot of my new tools.
Now, though, I do have a standpoint where, people can give advice on certain things. Just like, for example, an orthopedic doctor, he can tell you so much about the healing process, even if he's never had a broken bone, right? Like, he obviously went to school for it. He has a knowledge of it and stuff like that. The fact that she is sending 10 toes down and influencing all these other women, and then she says on her own that she has not utilized certain tools, and that she's hoping that she gets into a relationship with somebody who would be patient enough with her while she's navigating, learning the things that she's talking about, I think is a little bit unfair.
Of this attachment anxiety I've had to work through, of what that looks like. So there's going to be things in me that are new, that inflame and trigger, that I'm going to...
There are most of our sisters who are so beautiful, okay? And she's one of them. That is up to the top 10, okay? Beautiful sister, brown skin, light skin, red bone, beautiful sisters, okay, that are up to 10, and they gonna just get old and die alone. That ain't that nasty. Ain't that nasty? I know it's nasty, but it's true. Most of them who are top 10, because the thing is, men have went out their way to try to grab these women. They had went out their way. They had bought them things, had took them to expensive places, and then these women turn around and dog walk them. Okay? They turn around and dog walk them. And then when you get in your 40s and 50s and now you're lonely. You lonely, but JJ, you done passed that JJ around to everybody. And so now, don't get me wrong, we all have passed that JJ. Okay? But you have been dog walked, and now you in your 50s. Okay? Okay? You have dog walked, you have been, you have done all this nonsense. You have dog walked all these men, okay? And now you in your 50s and now you want to get married. Now you want to get married. My dear, who are you going to let govern over you? Who is going to govern over you? Huh? Who is going to govern over you? I'm just saying. Who is going to govern over you? Ain't nobody going to want to govern over you. Ain't nobody going to want to govern over you. They going to want to just be done. They just going to want to be done. And this is the false ideology that y'all teach these young women. That, do everything you want to do, and then in your 40s and 50s, men will be there waiting. They will not. They will not. It's more harder, because you want to know why? The men who are your age, they want younger tenderonis. Okay? They want younger tenderonis, smooth like buttermilk. Okay? Smooth like buttermilk. They want younger ones. Okay? Any man who get out here and he start dating a woman that is in his age bracket, I'm going to share something with you. If she doesn't have a mindset to submit to you, you're going to have a whole problem. You're going to have a whole problem. She's going to be the same one in there snapping her neck and this and that. You ain't going to be telling me what to do, this and that. I'm my own woman. I got my own shit. I don't need you. That's the word that they use, especially in the black community. I don't need no black men. Okay? I don't need ya. I don't need no black men. Okay, black men ain't shit. They gonna never be shit. They never was shit, and this is what y'all believe. Let's finish it out. Here we go.
He's mature enough, emotionally intelligent enough to sit through certain conversations with me that are going to be transparent.
The reason why I think it's unfair is because you are telling women to stand 10 toes down on something that you don't even know if you could stand 10 toes down on.
You can't.
Like, we're having the conversation, which brings me back to the beginning of what I was saying to you guys about the Cam Newton interview about checking a man and putting a man in his place. We're doing this to put men in alignment so that they can be more gracious for us, bend for us, when we have growth that's necessary, but we're steadfast on the things that we're not accepting from men.
Right.
It doesn't equate. It's actually something that's not working, right? Like, we should be telling women to have grace for men, especially if a woman is wanting or requiring grace from her new partner.
I want a hybrid for y'all out there who want to know, meaning a man who's high functioning enough to meet my healthy high functioning, but low functioning enough to deal with me when my abandonment inflames, to deal with me when some of my dysfunctions that I'm still working on inflame.
I just think that it's necessary that, I believe it was Kevin Samuels who said it, and he said, if you allow people to talk long enough, you'll get to see more of who they really are.
That's true.
And again, I just have to say, just in my personal opinion, I'm going to repeat myself, okay? There's not some things that she says that I don't agree with. I could never get on here and lie to y'all and say that. There are some things that she said that I have agreed with. However, I think that, again, it's giving more doctor.
I'm a doctor.
I can't. Oh my God, I can't. Shout out to River. Thank you for that amazing content. We gonna come back, but we gonna first do our super chats. So, Sun Kiss, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, baby. I appreciate you. Steven, thank you for the $2 super chat. Steven said, can you play my song? Yes, I can, sir. I can play your song. Yes, I can. Okay. So let's get in here and play that music real quick. Oh my goodness. You know, I think the thing is that when you have these women on social media, that they believe that they are these alpha females, and we all know alpha female does not exist. These be the ones that go in here and they call themselves trying to teach the younger women, and what's gonna happen is that they gonna block the younger women's blessing by telling them all this foolery that, oh, a man gotta have the first foolery that the pretty girls rock had got out here told black women, men gotta have 666. Okay? Okay? He gotta have 6 figures. Okay? He gotta have a 6-inch penis. Okay? Okay? And then what else? What else is the other one? What else is the other one? Now, see, I done forgot because the thing is so stupid. So you got out the height, okay? So this is the thing. They got out here teach these girls the pretty girl rock. And because they expect all these things, they telling the average women like me that, oh, you can get all these things too. And this is when the brothers is like, nah, you can't. You can't. And I'm going to share something with you. It's a small percentage of men who are 6 in height. I'm just saying. It's a small percentage. So what's going to happen is you going to just, you just going to become, another baby mama. Okay? Steven, it's for you, baby. Here we go.
You gotta check that pH balance, baby. pH balance, baby. You gotta check that pH balance, baby. You gotta check that pH balance, baby.
Steven said, that's my shit. I can't stand Steven. Hey, Miss O, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you.
Something is off.
Something ain't right.
Something is in the air
tonight.
Something smells fishy.
What happened? What happened?
And we ain't eating fish.
Oh shit.
Thinking to myself.
I was thinking to myself.
What the hell is this?
What the hell is this?
Sex is good.
But please do better.
You got to get that pH balance together, baby.
Okay, thank you so much to Steven for that $2 super chat. And then we got to get in here and we got to shot one more person out. Okay, you got Steven, we got Steven, and Sun Kissed. Okay, here we go, Sun Kiss. I appreciate you for donating to the channel. Thank you so much. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. I'm coming to it. It's taking so long. I'm telling you right now, Lord, even though it's Michael, I mean, and what's that, Pop Smoke too? They don't put Pop Smoke in here too. May his soul rest in peace. Oh my God. So I want y'all to hear this because this woman had came to, this is the next segment, and then we will close out for the day, okay? But this woman came to Kendra G, okay? Came to Kendra G. Okay, she came to Kendra G, and she is 54 years old, okay? 54 years old. You hear me? And she doesn't have any children. She has never been married. and she is a security guard. Okay. Now, take heed, gonna say something to y'all, and a lot of security women gonna be mad with me, but this is the gospel truth, okay? And take heed would have been a statistic too, okay? I would have been a security guard statistic, okay? I'm telling you right now. The only thing that held me from being a security guard statistic, and I still have it today, okay? I still have this problem today, okay? And it's a big problem, and my king always laugh at me, but it's a big problem, okay? I have like a seductive like lust type thing going on with me. Okay. Like I like to wear certain type of clothes. Okay. So as a security guard, right? Okay. I know it's wrong, y'all. Don't be mad with me. Don't be mad with me. I know it's wrong. But a security guard, okay, most of them, they will act like a man. Okay. Most security women act like a man. Okay? I'm just saying. And that type of job, and you right, that's right, Miss O. I don't like that masculine job. That's right. That type of job is masculine, right? So me being in that type of field, and then you see, you see this woman pull you over, and when she get out the car, her whole uniform, it don't look like a security uniform because I'm just, I wanted to look sexy in my uniform. So it was tight, but it was presentable because it was creased and everything like that. But I'm saying that's how I will fix my hair. I like to put my makeup on. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to be looking all like burly, and I'm a big girl. So, sometimes the security guard that's a big girl, she be looking all like, blur, she looking all scary and shit, and I ain't never want to look like that. Because I like, I like to look a little sexy, especially to my king. But that was my road, and I started that road when I was 19. I started on that road when I was 19. So that's for many years I worked in that career, for many years working with port. So that's all I did. Okay? So that's why you can go ahead and get yourself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You could get yourself in trouble. Okay? Oh, Miss O, you ain't had to hide what he said. He right. I do need to go on a diet. I ain't had to hide it, baby. So this is the uncomfortable truth. Okay? And so in this type of, job, career, it can lead you to be like one of the boys. So nobody on your team. So nobody will be trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I get your number? Can we talk? She said 54 years old. And most of the older women now, we walk side to side. We walk side to side, especially if you had that type of feel. You walk like that. You walk like that side to side walk. Okay? Because you have been, marching and going places and this and that, walking the building and stuff like that, especially in Port Authority. I used to, my company would send me to like different parts. I would go to Jersey City, walk around the train tracks. I used to go, and I'd be by myself. Jersey City, walk around in the train tracks, also go to the warehouses, walk inside the warehouses. I would be by myself, y'all, okay? In a cruiser. Baby, I used to carry some shit on me though. But I would be in a cruiser, you know what I'm saying? Doing it by myself. So you couldn't have like a weakling mindset because somebody could have jumped out and beat your ass, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, you had to have that mindset that you was ready, you was on the go, you was ready for some shit. Okay? If something popped off. But I'm just saying, this the type of job that is not designed for us. It's a lot of jobs that's not designed for us that will bring us out of our femininity. Because check this out. When I started working, after I left port, right? Okay. And I got all my money was nasty. I was happy too. That's a lot of years of working. So when they gave me my severance, because they got, they trying to get all the old people out. So when I got my money, and it was a lot, I had went over to the hospital, started working in, and did the same thing. But the hospital humbled me. Because now, and mind you, I was always affectionate to my husband. It was always gang, gang. I was ready for war, this and that. But when I got to the hospital, it changed because I was around just men. Like working at my hospital, just men and stuff like that. And the stuff that I seen had humbled me. Because even my king was like, you working here is like, you changed. Because I had started, when C-19 was going on, that's when I had started working at the hospital. And I guess Yahweh wanted me to work there. Because I got that job so easily. It was so crazy. I went in there, and there was a whole bunch of people there. I brought my resume, and I brought my recommendation letter from DC. I dropped it on the table. The man looked at me. He said, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" I said, I just want a part-time job. That's all. He said, "Are you serious?" And then he said my government name. He shook my hand. He got up. He said, he said, this job don't pay a lot, right? He said, this job don't pay a lot. I said, I know it don't pay a lot. I already know what it pay. I said, I just want something to do. Cause I just, I worked for many years with port. I just want something to do, so I don't just be home all the time. That's what I wanted. Baby, that job humbled me. When I had to bring those people to the freezer, and I would come home and I would sit in the car. Baby, I would sit in the car. Woo! I would sit in the car trying to I started taking off my shoes, spraying my shoes with Lysol and everything, put the shoes in the bag, walk onto the side of the house. I told y'all all those trees on the side of the house. Hey, Miss, she said, "How are you, my sister? It's good to see you." So now I would walk in on the side of the house to the laundry room and start stripping out my clothes, like taking all my stuff off and everything. And I would just be in my bra and my girdle, standing outside, put my stuff in the thing. Take everything off when I get in the house, run upstairs, shower, come back down. And my king would be home on his day off. He'd be home. And I would want him to hold me. Like that whole day, I would want him to hold me, lay on him. And mind you, I had always aggravated him, but it had got worse. You know what I'm saying? It had got worse. Okay? Oh my God. Thank you, my sister. I appreciate you. It had got worse. So I needed him to hold me. He was like, "This job look like it's breaking you." I said, "It's not breaking me. I can take it." He said, "You sure?" I said, "I can take it." He said, if you can't take it, baby, it's okay. You can leave." I said, no, I want to just have something to do. Y'all, that job was breaking me. But I was doing my job, baby. That job was breaking me, honey. I had to go to the bathroom, so I had to get that cry out. I ain't lying to y'all. I had to get that cry out. Miss, she said, "Thank you for the 5-month membership. I appreciate you, my sister." I had to get that cry out. It was bad. It was bad. That type of job, honey, that type of job. Security is not meant for women. You got to be hard. You got to be basically trying to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, when I came home, it's not like I call myself trying to run this house, because my king was not having that nonsense. But I felt like I was like, in a manly position when it came to the job. And when I started understanding that something was wrong and the job was breaking me, I think Yahweh sent me there for breaking. Sometimes you got to go through the burning and the fire. I even think for the marriage to last. Sometimes you got to go through the burning and the fire to see what's going on. And so I had to go to this hospital and work there and go through the breaking and the burning and the fire, because my king was like, "You have changed. you have changed. The way that you behave, mind you, you have always been sweet. You have a sweet demeanor, but you have changed. You are so more affectionate. Mind you, I was affectionate, but I became like hyper affectionate. Like every time I'm like, and I never used to bite my husband. Like these last couple years, I never used to bite him. Like I just get up out the blue, late in the midnight hour. I will bite this man. I will be biting him and everything. Jump on him. I will bite this man. We'll be like play fighting and everything. I just start biting him. He'd be like, I don't know where you get this from. You know what I'm saying? I don't know either. I feel bad for him. I do. I feel bad for him. But I'm here. This is what you got, sir. This is what you got. Now let's continue into the foolery. Shout out to Kendra G. Okay, shout out to Kendra G for doing this video today. And I want y'all to hear this woman, okay? This woman is a retired security officer, or I think she's security. 54 years old, never been married, and no children, okay? And I would have been a statistic. We just gonna listen to the video. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You got that Thanksgiving, sit down, comfortable meal ready. What's your name? Your name is Tanya?
Yes.
Tanya, where you coming from, baby?
What?
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 54.
Okay, 54. What you do for a living, boo?
I'm a security guard.
Security guard.
Security guard. You have any kids?
No kids.
Have you ever been married?
No.
No.
Never been married.
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign?
Pisces.
All right.
Just had a birthday.
Okay, happy belated birthday. So
I'm gonna say this. Who is training her at 54? Not training like, oh, she needs training for life. I said training to be somebody's wife. Because a man has to train you to be his wife. So who is training this woman at 54? Tell me. Put it in the chat. Who is training this woman at 54? Who's training this woman at 54? What you say, Miss O? Nobody. 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 Who is training you at 54? Nobody. Daniel said no one. Yes, no one. No, who is training you at 54? Mimi said nobody. Nobody. The fuck? Nobody. Nobody training you. Okay? Oh my God. King said, I see you, King Kong. He said, they have gone so long. If they have gone so long, gone so long, if ever, without a strong man in their lives, is so sad. And we think that this is the shit. This is the shit that our mamas taught us back in the day. That's right. You don't need no man. You don't need no man. Black men ain't shit. They ain't gonna never be shit. You don't need no man. And then you get 54. And when you need somebody to be sucking on those titties at night, listen. Oh my goodness. Okay? Oh my goodness. Now I know I went too far with that, but it had came out like that. So listen, I'm just saying. When you need somebody to lay you down, okay? That's a problem, okay? That's a problem. 54? You ain't never had nobody just tap you on the shoulder, say, baby, come here. Come to daddy. Let me give you something real nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is what it is, okay? Let's continue. Oh, my God.
I have your face cut off, I should say. There we go. So we got Tanya, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 54, Pisces, security guard, no kids, never married. What are you looking for tonight, Tanya?
I'm looking for someone that got a head on them. Someone that loves God. Someone that knows how to deal with situations and not run from them.
Okay. And it's always, I want a man that loves God. It's always, I want a man that loves God. And let me share something with you. Y'all be getting in here saying you want a man, okay, that loves God. You want a man that is godly. But y'all don't understand what a man is, a true man of God is. You don't understand that. A true man of God is not going to let you do what you want to do. A son of Yahweh will call you on your foolery, even when you don't like it. I know, because I got one, and I've been living with mine for many years. And sometimes I be like, wait a minute. You know, and then I gotta remember, wait a minute, you better calm down, girl. You better back up and just be quiet, just listen, because you know this gonna go left, you know. Because my king, once he get a little whiff of you trying to act crazy, he'll take it left. So I just sit there, y'all, and some of y'all can't handle that. You 54, who's gonna teach you what? Who's teaching you what? Let's continue. Here we go.
Going on in this world today.
Say one more time, baby.
It's a lot going on in this world today.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes. Any deal breakers? What are your deal breakers?
Smokers, drinkers,
Okay.
liars.
Okay. You're 54. What's the age range you want to date?
Maybe start around 40 to 50.
Ain't nobody dating you. 42, 50. And you could barely even walk. Okay? I see how the way you walk when you got up. Okay? That's a security walk. I already know. Yeah, I already know. Okay? I'm just letting you know, because my king saw me when I could still switch and throw that thing back. Okay? Ain't nobody saw you switch and throw that thing back. Because after a while, okay, now Steven gonna say stop it. After a while, okay, when you've been doing security, you've been walking the beat, you walk different. You don't walk the same like you used to when you were young. Okay? Back in the day when I was younger, I still had that switch walk up and down. Okay? Now I got that security walk. Okay, and I still be trying to look cute, but I'm just saying. Okay, so no, what are we doing? You said 40 something and you fit. Wait a minute, let's continue.
Could he be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida?
No.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Your credit card debt balance.
Commercial. She says, should he look a certain way? And y'all always get in here and say, okay, y'all always get in here and say, oh, he need to look like this, he need to look like that. You said 40 something, you 54? A man that's 40 something is looking for a woman that's 30 something. Ain't no man looking for his age. It's very rare if he's looking for his age. It's very rare. It is not, it is not a must. It's very rare that he's looking for his age. So a man, say you take a man that's 50 something. He looking for someone that is in her 30s or early 40s. That's what he looking for. He not looking for someone that'll get in here and compete with him with the age, talking about, oh, we the same age. You can't be telling me what to do. But that's what y'all believe. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should he look a certain way? You don't care how he look?
It's not that I don't care. Like, you could get the best looking person and you could lay down with the fraud. I mean, you could lay down with the prince and get up with the fraud.
Okay. Okay. What about money? So you make a certain amount of money?
No.
Okay.
If you don't have it, we can make it together.
Check this out. Do you think she had those standards back in the day? Do you think she had those standards back in the day? Come on, y'all. Let me know, because now she don't have a lot of standards now. Oh no, I don't care about how much he make. But back in the day, did she say that? No, I bet you she didn't. Oh no, I bet you she didn't. She probably said you had to make this and make that because I'm a boss, bitch. And I got all this money and I can do, because security, if you got a good security job, you bringing home some nasty money. I know. I work for Port and I was bringing home some nasty money. It wasn't even funny. Okay. I could drop a couple of hundreds and I ain't even worried about it because I'd have made it back up. I'm just letting you know. Working for security, I ain't say all security, but working for Port security, I made nasty money. Okay. So I understand. Okay, so you ain't gonna want no man who make less than you. Okay, if you was not in that mindset of change, you'd have been in trouble. Okay. Hey, world class, how are you? It's good to see you. You've been at, you know what I'm saying? So ain't no way now. Now she talking about, yeah, you know. Now she talking about, oh, Stephen, be nice now. I know him. Be nice, Stephen. He just saying something nice. Be nice, Stephen. Okay. So now this is what, you know, the way she talking, she didn't talk like that back in the day. But let's continue because now she don't care. She don't care how much she make and all this other stuff. Because don't you think if she had these expectations like she do now, she'd have found somebody a long time ago. She would have found somebody. She would have linked up with some brother a long time ago. But mostly because all this stuff a lot of us women go through is because of the stuff that's going on inside us. You hear me? Most of the time, the stuff we going through is because of the stuff that's going on inside us. Because when you are not clean inside, you attracting all types of pookies and rays running around out here. Okay? So let's continue. Here we go.
Okay. She don't care how you look. She don't care about your bank account. She can help you get your money up. All right, let's do the kids again.
Steven, no problem.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, now
I got on my pajamas right now.
She gonna get up.
What you say, baby?
She gonna get up.
I have on my PJs.
Mm-hmm. She got on her PJ. She got that security walk.
Damn, hold it.
She got that security.
Are you
walk.
working right now?
On the work show? No, I'm not working. I'm off tonight.
Oh, we gotta see your legs.
You don't work the show?
She got that security walk.
The Kendra who?
Hey, I'm Kendra.
Look, turn around and look.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Okay, how you doing today? Okay, it's all good.
That's my friend. She invited me over so she could cook.
What you cook tonight?
And let me share something with you. She got the low haircut like security women do, how we always cut our hair really short, dye it, got them nails on, okay? Now listen, Take Heat is not judging because I ain't got no hair. I ain't got no hair. My hair is cut short like a short Caesar. I'm not judging, okay? But I used to rock a wig. I would rock a wig real quick. Wigs were my friend back in the day. I would rock a wig real quick. I ain't wear no lashes though. Periodically, I got my nails done. But when you trying to grab somebody, you can't have them nails done. Them nails will hurt you. Okay? So no, I ain't really wear my nails, but I kept the nails clean and tight, you know. But I wear baby. And what I used to love, this was my favorite wig, y'all. This was my favorite wig. And nobody will tell me that no security woman has not wore this wig before. Y'all know the buzz cut, right? On the side right here. And then you got the curls all in the front like this. And back in Port Authority, you couldn't wear colors. You couldn't wear like a color type wig. You had to wear natural looking color. So I would have like that I think it was jet black. I used to wear like that jet black one. Okay. Baby, I put that gel in that bad boy, slick it down, make that thing look like my hair, and go to work. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, honey. Okay? Yes, I did. Okay? And so then you have, you know, put a little makeup on and go to work. Okay? So I understand. I understand. But I would have been a statistic like this. I would have. I started that job when I was 19 working for Port. So I would have been a statistic. Okay? I would have been a statistic. No, it was before Port. No, wait a minute. 19 working the job. Okay? Yeah, 19. So I would have been a statistic just like this. She 54 years old. Talking about she need a man. Talking about she don't have no children. Because working security, it's hard to have a husband. It's hard to have a husband. It's hard to have a husband. You ain't home like you supposed to. You not. And if you work night shift, and I work night shift, I was never home at night. Never home at night. Okay? Now, I cooked and I cleaned, but I was out. I had to leave. And sometimes I would have to pull 16 hours. Working security is hard. That is not for the faint of hearts. Do you hear me? Oh my God. That's not a good job for a woman. And you gotta have some strength to you too, honey. A lot of shit happens. Do you hear me? Oh my God. I remember when I first got on night shift, they was telling me, sis, you married, this gonna be hard for you, this and that, because when you get home, you ain't gonna want to sleep with your husband when he want to sleep with you, and this and that. But the thing that was the difference between me and these women that was talking to me like this, I was fresh. So I was ready, like once I got out the shower, I was ready to jump on my husband. So that was the difference between me and them. So when they told me those things, I was looking at them like they was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was already digmatized by my husband. So I was looking at them like they was crazy. You know, they would complain about, oh, he always want to touch me and this and that. And I'm tired, you know, all that stuff. And I used to look at them like they was crazy. You know, I used to look at them like they was crazy. And they was like, you don't get tired of him just always wanting to touch you? And I remember I had slipped up and told one of the girls, I said, well, if you give him head first, right? If you give him head first and you slob on it real good, then it won't be that long while you know he giving you back shots. You already beat him half the battle. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always get my husband. If I get him there first, right there, I'm done. That's how I conquer him. But if I want to start some shit, then I won't do it. And I want him to, we got to continue fighting. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I was giving advice. I shouldn't have said that. She looked at me like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And she I guess she wanted me to, you know, co-sign what she was saying. So I couldn't co-sign what she was saying. So I just looked at her. I said, yeah, I understand. So after that, I just never said anything. And my king, I had told my husband about the story. He said, why you going there telling people you suck my dick? I said, they was talking. It wasn't my fault. They were talking. And so I had came in and started saying something. And they was looking at me like I was crazy. Miss She said, don't laugh at me. They was looking at me like I was crazy and stuff. And then, you know, that's how gossip get around. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, oh, you know, so-and-so we do it. And I said, it's my husband. It's my husband. I'm not. It's my husband. It's not like I'm out here doing some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? These women were complaining about their husband wanting to touch them. Okay? They were complaining about their husband wanting to touch them. And I kept saying, damn, the husband got to be cheating. Because how is they up here talking about, I ain't sleep with him in 3 months. You know, because sometimes when you get around each other and it's lunchtime and y'all just, you know, if you got on the same break, because it was like 300 of us. So if you got on like the same break and you somewhere together and y'all just, you know, talk it out a little bit, you hear the worst of stuff from these women. Oh no, I ain't let him touch me in 3 months. I tell him real quick, I got a headache like that. So my stupid behind got into the conversation again. And they was like, yeah, because when you have a headache and this and that. So I told one of the girls, I said, if you mount them while you got a headache, the headache will be gone after you finish. Just mount them like a horse. And the girls was like, what is wrong with you? I said, I'm just saying, if you take control, you won't have the headache. Well, kind of fake control, because, you know, you going up there and mounting him is just, you know. It's just for a few, because once you get it, then he take over. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay? Okay? I'm sorry. Okay? I want to share that with you. Don't let these, you know, the old days, don't let that mess fool you. That thing will mess up your marriage. You got a headache, mount them. Mount him. You won't have a headache for long. Mount him first, okay? Then let him, you know, continue with the back shots after. But I'm just saying, okay? Let's continue. Here we go.
Some shrimp, some conch, and some fish.
What's conch?
Pam, what's conch? Conch, like from the shell, like from Bahamas. Like fried, it's like a seafood.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of conch.
It's very good.
Okay.
You gotta try it. Where you from?
Connecticut.
You don't have to. I'm from Rhode Island. I was born in Rhode Island, but I've been living in Florida all my life.
Okay. I gotta try it. I'm gonna find me some conch.
Yep.
I want to make sure I say it the right way, because if you say it the wrong way, it means something else. So we don't want that one.
Well, show it. Is this his conch shrimp?
Okay, show it to me. Yeah.
Okay, well this is. Well, maybe this is the conch.
What was the conch?
Good too.
This is
these
conch.
black women, you know,
Okay.
black women
This
can
is
cook
fried
honey.
yellowtail and shrimp.
Oh my God.
Okay, the conch looks like the calamari.
It does. It's similar. It's in that field.
Okay, so conch is calamari's first cousin?
It's much better.
Oh, it's much better.
Much better.
Said it's much
Yeah,
better.
because I don't really care for calamari.
You don't care for calamari?
No.
Okay. Oh, well, we got a cooking lesson too. Thank you, friend.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Tanya. Let's try to find you a man, girl. So,
and then she got an old friend that's the old biddy. So she gonna be giving her some bad advice and stuff like that. So you always got that one friend. You know, they both probably 50-something. You always got that one friend that gives you some bad advice. The man trying to give you some correction or something like that. You always got that one friend. Okay? Always got that one friend that will give you the worst advice in the world. Okay? I tell you, I told y'all this story before. My girlfriend, I was telling her that my husband was complaining about how I go to bed dressed. Okay? This is like in the beginning of our marriage. He would complain about how I would go to bed dressed. Because I go to bed looking like him. Got the sweatpants on and hoodie on. Not the hoodie on, I'm sorry. Sweatpants on, t-shirt on. I go to bed looking like him. So one day my king said to me, I'm tired of you going to bed looking like me. Why you got that on? Why you got that on? You can't even put lingerie on because you always want to act like a man. That's what he said to me. I told my girlfriend, I was crying. I was telling her. And she asked me, she said, so how you go to bed? Now, she been married 20-something years. I said, I go to bed with a t-shirt and I go to bed with a hoodie. A t-shirt. I keep saying hoodie. Because I used to rock hoodies at night when I used to sneak to his house. So now I'm talking about, when I sneak, like doing, he had a girlfriend or something like that. Sneak like, because I was leaving my house and going to do some nonsense. So I would go to bed with the sweatpants on and I would go to bed with t-shirt on. And I told her, she said, so why? Why are you going to bed like that? I said, because it's comfortable. And she says to me, it's because you've been alone so long. That's why you think that makes sense. She said to me, you not supposed to go to bed like that. So you have to start buying some lingerie and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not going to be doing that. She's like, yeah, you're going to have to buy some lingerie. And I was like maybe in my 30s then, like early 30s then. And so she told me this and I came and I told him. And I said, but if you, so I tried to get out of it because this is what I said to him. If you want me to wear lingerie to bed, then you're going to have to buy the stuff. I'm not going to buy it with my own money. Sassiness and shit. I used to give my husband like the sassiness in the beginning. And so he went in his wallet. He said, here's my card. Here's my credit card. Okay? You could spend up to $200. Here's my credit card. So now I went and I bought all this stuff. And he was like, I want to see you wear it every night. Get into something else. Now, every night mean in the morning for me because my king worked in the afternoon when we were younger. He worked in the afternoon and I worked at night. So going to bed would mean the morning. So this man would be laying in the bed waiting for me. After he done got the kids off to school, this man would be waiting for me. As I get out the shower, he'd be like, you better put one of those things on in the drawer. I'm not playing. And I would have to put it on. And so I had got used to the idea. I had got used to it over time. Okay? I can't tell y'all. Anyway, let's continue. Here we go. Mm-hmm.
When was your last relationship?
I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. It's been some years.
Okay, but when was the last time?
Probably about 3-4 years ago.
Okay, that ain't that long time. Some people be telling me like 10 years.
No, that's a long time.
Okay. So 3-4 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About 5-6 years ago.
5-6 years.
The only person.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. All right. Okay, so now, all right. So, oh my God. Oh my God. So now this woman is 54 years old. Okay. She says she hasn't had relations in 4 to 5 years. Okay. She hasn't had relations. And she's 54 years old. Miss O said, I can't go a day without relations. Oh, hell no. I'm going to share something with you. I can go a day. I had learned that I can go a day. I learned I can go a day. I ain't lying. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I learned that I can go a day. Okay? I can go a day. I learned that. Okay? Now, I'll share something with you. When it goes longer than 2 days, okay, I start like arguing with my husband. Ain't that crazy? Like not no bad argument. It's not a bad argument, but it's like, like little petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like usually if I see something on the floor, you'll see me pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But I'll like do that little, anybody, sometimes your wife do a little petty argument with you. And so mine would get a little petty stuff. And my king would look at me and put his glasses down. And then he'll shut the door and lock it. And then that's it. Like, then my whole, it's called an attitude adjustment. Is that what? Oh my God! It's called an attitude adjustment. That's what. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all get tired of my channel because I talk about a lot of dick and pussy conversations. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It's my character. I'm sorry. I be trying. Okay. So now it's called, you get that attitude adjustment. Cause I'm quick to pick a little, if I ain't mount my horse in a minute, I'm quick to get, I'm quick. Stuff that I would just bypass. Just pick it up and act like it was nothing and put it in the hamper. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when I get to like that second day, I get a little, and then my king will look at me, pull his glasses down, or he'll be in here a lazy boy, and he'll ask me to get him something, right? And then you'll hear my tone. My tone will like be a little snappy, okay? And he'll be like, come here. Let me talk to you. He's like, you want something? I said, no, I don't want nothing. Leave me alone. Why you always calling me to do something? That's what I said to him. Why you always calling me to do something? He's like, okay, no problem. You fine. You said you fine, right? I said, yeah, I'm fine. So now, for some reason, I have to go upstairs. I don't know, like I got an attitude, so I'm gotta go upstairs now. Especially if we by ourselves. I gotta go upstairs. I got an attitude. He'll come upstairs, he'll follow me, okay? And the kids are not home. So, you get to leave the door open now. So every type of noise you wanted to make, you can do that. Once once the door fling open, okay? Oh my God. My king be saying some shit to me that had me off the wall. I'll be like, wait a minute, hold on. He be like, no hold on. Get down. no hold on. All that shit you was talking this morning, come here. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to take y'all there. I know y'all like, damn, take heed. Why? Okay, let's go back to the story. Okay, here we go.
The goal behind it, but that's not what you're telling me, right?
That's not what I'm telling you.
Okay, so why did it end?
He was a stalker.
How was it your man and a stalker?
It's confusing. It's confusing. Because I was here, he was there. It was just a whole confused situation.
How did he become a stalker? Like, what did he do that falls into the stalker category?
He stopped calling. He kept telling me he was going to do this. He was going to find the house where I was at because he didn't know where I was at a certain point, and it was a mess.
Okay, but now that's over.
Now, how do you date a stalker? How is that? Is that real? She said he was a stalker. Let's continue.
Okay. All right. We'll let it. That's the past. All right. 3 flaws you have to work on, Tanya.
My heart. You know, sometimes we can let our heart just get us in trouble by being so nice. So that's something that I need to work on. I really don't know.
You don't know any? You don't have 2 more flaws?
I have a lot of flaws, but you know, when you ask that question and you think about it, it don't come quick.
Yes, well, you have to know it quick because it should be a part of things you're working on. So this is why, listen, everybody should know their flaws. Mm-hmm. It will only help you landing a partner because you would know the things that you have to take responsibility.
And I like what Kendra G is saying, but a lot of women be getting in here talking about they don't know their flaws. Like, take heed, I know my flaws. I know my flaws. Oh my God. Okay? As old as I am, I know my flaws. I know the things that I'm supposed to set right. I know the things that I need to be checked on when I'm doing something. Even sometimes when I say stuff like two-sided to my king, I'll be like, wait a minute. Like, even me, I'll be like, wait, no, what the hell? You know? And then he turn around and look at me. He said, did you check yourself? Did you check it? And I'm like, yeah, I checked it. He like, okay, all right. So I ain't got to say nothing. I'm like, no. You know, I be looking like a deer caught in headlights. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. Okay, let's continue. Here we go.
You're right.
I think a lot of people, you're not the only one, Taya, but it is the most difficult question. But what it always reveals is people don't self-assess. Right. They can point the finger and tell people what they got to fix and what they got to work on, but they don't look in the mirror and do the same. And you only hurt yourself when you do that, because if you self-assess, then you can make improvements.
I totally agree.
We'll keep it going. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because first of all, I'm God-fearing. I'm a praying woman. I'm very down to earth. I love love. I absolutely love love. I'm very romantic. But my first love is God. That's my very first love.
Okay. First love is God. All right, let's do it. Tanya, are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I am.
Okay. Right. Is your name Tanya the way you spell it right here?
I believe so. I haven't been on there in a while since I changed phones.
All right, well, girlfriend, here's the deal, you guys. You need to know your app profile, because this is the time for you to shine to the world and tell them who you are. So, there's a couple of Tanyas with your spelling.
Tanya Parker.
Park.
So could it be that she's one of those women that hold the Bible to her chest? Could it be? Because I didn't get that part. I didn't get that far because I thought it was so good. I was like, oh no, this is gonna be good for the show today. So could it be that she's one of those women that hold the Bible to her chest, and that she's one of those ones that's saying she praying for a husband? Could it be? Because I think this is the thing that a lot of us Christian women forget, is that, you know, you make one step, God will take 2. If you make that one step to clean out, I didn't say look for a man. I didn't say look for a man. I said if you make that one step to start cleaning out everything that is not right within you, Yahweh will send you one of his sons. I was in the midst of cleaning out the stuff that was going on with me. I was in the midst. I was at the beginning of starting to clean out stuff that wasn't right within me. And Yahweh said, I'm sending your teacher now, because I don't want you to make no turnaround. I'm sending your teacher now. And that's when I had a little trouble at the laundromat. Okay? A little trouble at the laundromat. Okay? That's when I met my teacher. Okay? And most women will run from their teacher. I had tried many times. It didn't work. when we were dating. I had tried to run away from my teacher. And there was times where I got into arguments with him because I was trying to get him to leave. And he was like, I'm here. You know, Yahweh had already told me you belong to me. So I'm here. So whatever nonsense you're trying to do right now, let's sit down. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. So some of y'all you know, because y'all have been fed this type of logic, and this is not even what Yahweh wanted for y'all. But you will get old and get 54 and you have never been married, no children. What are you leaving? When you leave this world, nothing is here. Nothing is here. Once you leave this world, that's it. Oh my God. Ricky said, I'm willing to bet she already fumbled her husband. She probably did. She might have met him and she fumbled him. You probably right, sir. Oh my God. Now, Renee said, yes, he will send you your king. Yes, he will. Oh my God. Stephen said, look at that. Miss O said, he that finds a wife finds a good thing, not she that finds a husband. That's right. That's right. Okay, that's right. My wife was a whole thug. I'm tired. Ricky, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you. My wife was a whole thug. I tamed, strewed, molded her into my wife. She was already a wife. I seen how she always was looking to do the right thing. Oh, okay, I understand. That's nice, Ricky. I like that. Okay, I like that. You know what? I'm gonna share something with you. I feel bad for my husband sometimes because I do. I feel bad for him. Okay? I do. I really do. I don't know. I'm going to fight him today when he get home. I feel bad for him. I do. Oh my God. I ain't say physically fight. Take heed to the message. Doesn't support violence. I'm not going to physically fight him, but I understand, Ricky. Go ahead, Ricky. I like that. Okay? Okay? Now, here we go. Let's finish it out.
Yes.
If someone in your life is acting...
The commercial went so fast. Why they going... Oh my goodness. She got them commercials.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it. That's a separate big question because look,
Okay, well, here you go. This dude?
That's me.
Okay, Green. Okay, Tanya Parker. Here she goes. Okay,
That's
Green.
me.
That's not her. That's not her. She did some AI. She did AI to the pictures. She got this green wig on her head. She AI'd those pictures. Okay? Is that catfishing? She AI'd those pictures. That's not her. I want y'all to go check out the video. Ain't no way. That's not her. Okay? What she did was made the picture look more younger. Ain't no way. Why? Why are you doing that? And then even Kendra looking at the doggone thing, she's smiling and stuff. Of course. Oh my God. No. And you don't look like that. Okay? And you don't look like that. Thank God that you know what? I'm happy I'm not out here in this world. My God, I'm happy I'm not out here in this world. Okay, my king seen me when I was young. I'm just happy because man, this is crazy. Okay, and she just laughing.
How does that work? Tanya, here she goes.
Oh my God.
Ooh, trying to be sexy in the bed.
That don't look like her.
So Tanya Parker, you put her name in the search area, and it will come right up. Tanya Parker, you put her name in the search area,
like
and it will come right up. Tanya Parker. Ooh,
that don't look like her.
Okay, Tanya. She is a woman.
Okay.
That don't look like her. I'm going to just leave it. I'm going to just leave it. I'm going to just leave it. Okay. Guys, thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen, okay? I appreciate y'all for coming today. We have rocked out 2 hours and 19 minutes. Before we go, let me get out here and thank everybody who donated to the channel. Mrs. She Said, thank you for the membership. Also, Ricky, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, we're going to get in here and thank y'all for donating to the channel. I appreciate it so much. Here we go. And now let's get in here for Ricky. Let's get in here for Ricky. Ricky is one of these men, okay? Ricky is one of these men. We're going to get in here. We're going to shout Ricky out, okay? Ricky is one of these men, okay? That these men, this type of man is rare, okay? This type of man is rare. Shout out to his wife, okay? My sister, you got a rare one, okay? And this is no freshness. I'm not being fresh to anybody's husband, but this is Ricky. You one of these men right here, and listen, my husband is one of these men too. Okay, but this is what this woman said. Here she go. This is what she said.
Woman has that one man that they'll do shit for. I used to think that shit was a myth, but there is a person right now that could call me and tell me where to show up butterball motherfucking naked with a pack of beer and a bag of pistachios, and I will be right there without question. Like this, okay? Without a flinch. And it's hilarious because a lot of men think that they can have a woman like that.
Not all men.
And it'd be the quiet ones that do that shit to
Yes.
you. A Blur did that shit to me. He let me talk my ass right on into a trap. Then he choked me out with my own legs.
That's nasty.
And I've been on call ever since.
I've been on call.
When you meet a person like that, every other person that tries to entertain you is obsolete. You are not going to give two fucks about anybody else if they're not bringing that kind of power, that kind of energy to the table. This motherfucker could wake up in the middle of the night right now and tell me, do a spread eagle handstand and put whipped cream and cherry on top doing the splits. And I would be at the foot of his bed with a PlayStation controller doing. Every woman has that one man that.
So everybody don't get this type of man, but when you get him and you marry him, you in trouble. Now the only problem is that when you don't marry him and then you marry somebody else, then the man that you marry, they're in trouble. Okay, because anytime this man call you because he has captured your mind, okay, he has captured your mind, and I'm in that predicament. 18 years. You better not touch me. You want to do what? You want to what? You want to do what? I will disgrace you. I will disgrace you. My husband has captured my mind. So, and listen, listen. There's a lot of lionesses in here. Okay. That has married theirs, okay? There's a lot of lionesses in here that has married theirs, okay? Let's run it down. Mrs. She Said, okay? We already know, okay? Miss O, okay? Renee, okay? 18, we already know, baby, you have married yours, okay? Now, the ones that when you don't marry, okay? You don't marry that one, you're in trouble. Okay, because he had captured your mind. You'll cheat on your own husband. You'll cheat on your own husband to get to that man right there. Okay, you'll cheat on your own husband. Now, is it wrong? It's wrong, damn it. It's wrong now. Take heed to the message. Does not support nonsense like that. It's wrong. But when you have encountered this man, and when he has wanted to marry you and you didn't take the offer, okay, you didn't take the offer. You said, no, I'm not going to take the offer. I don't need you. Okay. Was Take Heed going to be in that predicament? I was. Okay. I was going to be in that predicament because I was dating this man and I already got dickmatized. I was dating him already and I was trying to get away. Okay. But I couldn't, okay, because he had already captured my mind. You think I'll let somebody come over here and try to take, boy, listen. I don't fight. Take heed to the message doesn't support violence. I don't fight. I'll get out here and fight. But my mind is already captured. You got to go to the next one. That's not me, okay? Like you can't get me in here to actually cross my husband. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So now this woman sat up there. She said he has me doing da 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 da. Yes, yes. Can your husband wake you up in the middle of the night and say, "I'm hungry. I need something to eat"? Do you argue with him or do you go down there and make him something to eat? Okay. Some of y'all women gonna say, "I'm not gonna make him nothing to eat." Take Heed has done this. I had made him something to eat. Oh my God. There have been times where this man was somewhere. He called me and be like, "I need you to bring me some food." And I would bring. Take Heed was on call. I don't know what was going on. Take Heed was on call. I had to go make the food and bring it to him, you know. This man can call me right now in the midst of doing something, and I'll be like, "Y'all, I got to go." Okay? I got to go. Yes. Okay? Am I ashamed? I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. Okay? I'm not ashamed. Okay? I know some of y'all want to call me, pick me, and call me out my name. I'm not ashamed, damn it. I'm not ashamed, damn it. Okay? I've been on call for one man for 18 years. I'm not ashamed, damn it. Okay, I'm not. Legally 18 years. Legally 18 years. I don't want to add any more time because I know I was doing some nonsense in that other time. I want to say legally 18 years. Okay? And Yahweh cite legally 18 years. I don't want to add anything else to it because I was doing nonsense before. So I don't want, all you gotta do is count the baby ages. You already know. Count the baby ages. You already know I was doing nonsense, okay? You count them baby ages. You be like, she was doing nonsense before, okay? So I don't want to add that. I just, you know, when I tell you the baby age, you already know. Just look away. When you hear the oldest one age, just look away like, "Oh, wait a minute, she was doing." Okay, so legally 18 years, okay? Legally 18 years in Yahweh eyes, legally 18 years. Okay, so yes, the man I married captured my mind, and it has been with him ever since. That's nasty, right? Well, my sisters, for y'all who didn't marry yours, I don't feel sorry for you because you probably had the chance and you did. Okay? So I don't feel sorry for you. I'm just happy I got mine. That's all, you know. Everybody have a wonderful day. Y'all take heed to the message. God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. If you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see store. They got hoodie, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, all that good stuff. Okay? All right, Savannah, how are you? All right? Okay? Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Miss Shisa said 20 years here and 28 together. Oh, wait a minute. Go ahead now. So, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Okay? Now, this is one of my songs that I like so much. Okay? And a lot of y'all don't like the song. Okay? And I don't feel bad. Okay? I don't feel bad that y'all don't like the song. Okay? And it's not my business that you don't like the song. I like the song. Okay? And it's my channel. Okay? But if you don't like this song, it's all right to scroll up. It's all right to scroll up. I'm not mad at you. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? This is, I want to play this one, but I'm really want, you know what? I want to play this one, but nah, I ain't going to play that one. I'm not going to play that one. That's wrong. Okay? That's wrong. I'm not going to play that one. It's a little fresh too, but we're going to play this one right here. Everybody have a wonderful day. Okay? Y'all take heed to the message. Here we go.
Like something in the liquor today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like something in the liquor today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like something in the liquor today. Oh, oh, oh. These motherfuckers on the road. my job, about to get a cool, cold, mean fire. Should've took the day off. Might slap my boss, my own damn kids pissing me off. As if I hadn't had enough. Chipotle, fuck my goddamn oil.